Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here in Halls of Torment. Now today I'm going to show you one of the most ridiculous builds this game currently has to offer. We are going to use the Swordsman. We are going to stack up some HP. However, this one's going to play out quite differently to the last build we did with the vacuum and all that. I'll show you what's going on here. We're using Scars of Toil, minus 250 base health, per 2 missing HP, plus 0.1% damage, attack speed, multi-strike, and force. Now we're going to combine that with the wrappings. However, this is the other variant. This does not heal you. Instead, the stored charges increase your max health. So the idea here is to try not to get hit. So this can increase our max health as much as possible. And this will give us an extreme amount of attack speed and damage and all that stuff. Now, we're not going to use a plate for this one. We are going to use the chainmail instead. It gives us an additional 50% health and 20 base defense. There's not really a great pair of boots for this particular setup aside from these things, so I've just thrown them on. In terms of the rings and the hood, if you're going to go lower Torment level, you can totally mix this up. If you're going to push Torment, upwards to Torment 30, you're going to need more movement speed in one of these. But we're going to push this into, I think we're set to maybe 17 here at the moment. 15 is where we're at the moment. So we're going to put this one up against 15. Now, the reason we're going to do that is because I really want to showcase what this build can do. You can push it up higher. However, the higher you push it up, the more you're going to need the healing wraps instead of these ones. So I'll show you what the build is about. Let's go in. Thanks everyone for tuning into the content lately. We smashed past 500 subs on the channel here pretty quickly with Halls of Torment. So really appreciate everyone who's been tuning into the content. We are going to do a celebration stream tomorrow. It's going to be 8:30 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So if you're interested in that, come along. Say hi. We are going to do a giveaway too. So a indie developer reached out and gave me some codes for us to give away. So we'll probably play some halls first in that stream, and then towards the end we'll do a giveaway and we'll try this this game. It is a what's it called? Bees versus zombies. It's sorry, I smacked the mic there. It looks pretty interesting. It's like a tower defense roguelike type of game. I'm yet to try it, but it looks really cool. And shout out to the indie devs who reached out and gave me the codes, and they said it's really cool for us to do a giveaway, so we're going to do that. So keep your eye on the channel for that. Now, I haven't been really paying attention to what I'm doing, so let's get rid of block. Area is really fun on this build too. You know what, let's use some potions on the proficient stance for this one. So we can get the extra move speed and, not move speed, the attack speed and size and all that. Okay, let's go health, dedication out of this one. Proficient stance. We could take a someone else's mark to get more health to show up in the dedication there too, but we'll be okay with our current situation here. Let's go strength. Just casually immune the whole time because of the pickup we got there too. Move speed. It's not really the focus of the build here. Well, I didn't mention before, I do also have the randomized tomes on, which I actually do find to be pretty fun to play around with. Now, obviously at Torment 30, it makes it pretty tricky because it's all of your skills are RNG. I'm so sorry, I keep smacking this. It's too close to me. I've got to move it back a bit. There we go. If that came through, apologize. Let's continue here so I can show you what this build is really about. We don't mind their weapon proficiency 2 here as well. As you can see, we're trying to go for high range and attack speed. Mostly range on our actual weapon is what we want to get out of here. The attack speed and stuff is really nice too, but there's range, attack speed, damage. Maybe we could have rolled again there, but that's alright. Let's see, what do we want to take? Crit chance. So this build will take a while to really come online. In fact, we can get it online much quicker if we intentionally take damage. So, you know what? We can sit right on him. As you can see, because we have so much health, though, actually getting down to the point where where this really starts to come into its own, it'll take a little bit of time here. Stand in the puddle of goo. We like extra damage output. You can just AFK the early part here, especially at the lower Torment levels. Obviously, pushing the higher Torment levels, probably don't want to stand still the entire time. But with this sort of build, you still do want to get your health down. Okay, well, health will take dedication 3. We want dedication 4 so we can get the swordsman dedication. Range is really fun here too. We could have taken the one down the bottom there as well, but... yeah, so we will be doing that stream tomorrow. That is going to be a lot of fun. So drop past if you're catching this video when it does go live. Let's take that one too. We have more Halls of Torment content planned for the upcoming weeks. Now, I was just at my sister's place for a few days, so I didn't have time to record any new videos. So I just put up a couple of ones that I had recorded for other games, as I wanted to see what other types of games that would resonate with the audience that we have here. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not going to give up on Halls of Torment, and we'll certainly get back to Death Must Die when Act 3 comes out. But in the meantime, I think having an additional game on the channel that would be a regular type of game, I think would be really good. So if you guys have any particular suggestions for another game, I know there's another one that's just come out recently. I think it's recently anyway, called Nimrods. I've seen a few of the content creators playing that one recently. It looks pretty cool. I have not given it a go. Now, the other one that I did try is Magicraft, which I think is really, really cool. I think that game has a lot of potential. Unfortunately, the first video doesn't really seem to have been picked up by the, you know, the YouTube gods, which it is what it is. I think it's a lesser known game, as far as I'm aware anyway. Alright, we're up above 100. We can totally just sit here for a little bit longer. Come on, do damage to me. Alright, we're not going to use our last dupe over here. We're going to do it for the level 60 trait. Let's go multi-strike. What we might do is slowly head towards this grabber hand so we can casually grab it when we feel like we want to boost up even more. He tried to do a drive-by on me. Did you see that? Get out of here, buddy. I don't have that many potions left. Let's take the range and attack speed stuff instead. Flat damage is nice, but you know, we already got a ton on the build here. Let's take the melee range. You know what? It wouldn't hurt to have more damage. It never hurts. You can see our base regen is actually pretty low on this build, so what we want to do is get our health right down as low as it can go and try and keep it there if we can. Obviously, you could take some negative regen by... I don't know, are there any skills that give you negative regen? Any traits? I don't think so. There is just the Blessing Shrine, which you can take the regen off for this type of build if you really wanted to. It would help you maintain your lower level of health before it would start ticking up again, but... let's just chill here for a minute. Can they even get close to me? What are we at? 200? Oh, something hit me there. Dang, what was that? Was that a stray... Oh, fireball. I see. Okay. And you gotta avoid... That's the one sort of tricky thing about this build. You have to be able to kill everything before it can even... if it hits you, I mean... kind of over. I guess you could stack block on this kind of build instead. But you'd have to do a pretty low torment level to get away with that, I think. Little Fingers is interesting. Bulwark, range, let's take range. Force. Okay, we've got level 5 trait here, which is great. Now we just need to hit 60. We're pretty close, actually. We're less than 5 minutes in here as well, which is great. I like taking area for this build. As you can see, we're not even focused on any abilities or anything. In fact, we didn't need to pick up the patches there early. I just kind of did it, you know. Okay. Now we can, in fact, re-equip stuff here too. So maybe we get something interesting to show up. Okay, as you can see, we've got the charges going up on our wraps and increasing our max health. So the idea eventually will be to get to a point where nothing's hitting us. So these will never decrease. But as you can see, every stray crystal and everything will have a chance of resetting it. Which is why it's a little trickier at the higher torment levels, but absolutely not impossible to get a build like this running. But since we did the last video at Torment 30, I thought it'd be fun to do another showcase at a medium to high torment level. As you can see, though, our health is it's not going down. Need to hit Agony 5 so the enemies get more aggressive on us. You see, we're killing them too quickly now. You see that? I'll stand in his goop for a bit. I guess we could turn off our main for a little bit here too and see what happens. Can they get closer to me now? Yes, yes they can. All right, excellent. All right, let's get it down to under 1,000, I think, for now. And as you'll see as I'm taking damage, this is slowly increasing. And remember, this affects damage, attack speed, multi-strike, and force. All 4 stats will get this bonus, which is kind of crazy. As you can see at this torment level, though, this is taking a while to get our health all the way down. Okay, we'll get under 1,000, and then we'll continue on our merry way here. Here we go. All right, let's get some of this junk out of here. I don't know. We don't want to level this stuff up, do we? I'm not feeling it right now. Maybe later. Yeah, we're supposed to turn this back on too. Whoops. All right. Now we're seeing the potential that this build has right here. It's only, what, 380% right now? Man, the amount of, what are they called? Dragon's Breath we got going out everywhere. Even when we're only sitting at 7,000. Man. And this is not even our final form here yet. We're not even transformed into... What did they call him? What was second form Freezer called? I can't remember. Did they just call him second form? And there were all these different names. There was like evolution. There was forms. There was... I don't know. Okay, we got the range one to show up. This is the one we want. We don't mind taking the range here too. Damage for melee is, you know. There it is. Ding, ding, ding. All right, the moment of truth. 12,000. Let's go. All right, let's switch this off for a little bit and take some hits if we can. All right, let's try and get ourselves under 1,000 again if we can. All right, this guy's killing us a bit. Yeah. We're too powerful. We're blocking too much as well. I did start. I watched the first few episodes of that new Dragon Ball, which is why it's on my mind right now. We did pick up a transfixion at some point there too, which is interesting. Range 30%. It's for everything, which is quite nice. Let's take it. All right, let's try and get this bonus up above 600. See if we can get it to 1,000. I don't think we can get it to 1,000 with our setup at the moment, but. This is without our main on as well, which is kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever seen this much multi-strike on the on the transfixion before too, which is kind of awesome. How else are we supposed to get our our health down here? We could take off some other items, I guess. Okay, base defense and health. No, we don't want the health. Defense and block. Got a holy relic. Take up the move speed here as well. We made ourselves too tanky for this this setup, which is kind of hilarious. Oh man, we are unleashing just waves of chaos here. This is great. We haven't even taken necessarily the most ideal skills or anything, but you know what? We can level these ones up just for fun. I'm not getting damaged, even like this. We need to hit Agony 5 and hope they can get close to me. Alright, we got it up over 600 just about. Ooh, not quite. More range on this thing. I mean, you know. I'll just find some goo puddles and sit in them, I guess. Till we get down to about 1,000 again. Just under. Then we'll turn the main attack back on and see how crazy we can push it. So big shout out goes to Dan, one of the longest subs we've had on the channel. He was around in the early Death Must Die days, so he actually was the one who originally suggested us to do this build. It's just been it's taken me a week or so to get to it because he might have even suggested a little while before that. But yeah, as I said before, I was just a little busy as I was away from home for a few days visiting my sister, which was fun. We just hung out. She had the all the election stuff going on in the background, which, you know, I'm not a political person, so don't ask for me for any commentary on that stuff, but certainly is interesting to watch from an outside perspective. I'll just say that. Projectile. Now our main is a melee. We really want the other one. Attack speed magic for minus physical? Nah. We don't have any rolls left. Alright, we'll just take this for now. Yeah, but certainly interesting to sort of watch from afar. As I said, I'm really not a political thinker at all, so, you know, don't ask me for my opinions on that sort of stuff. I don't. They're just not very well educated, so, you know. But I have a friend who is very, very smart at, you know, world politics and studied it at university. So I just discuss things with him. I ask him random questions and stuff that I have no idea about. You know what I mean? Oh man, we're at this point of this build where we're struggling to get our health even lower, which is just hilarious. But we also watched some movies. We watched some old school disaster movies. The day, what was it called? The Day After Tomorrow. We watched that Twister movie. I don't know if you guys remember Twister from 1990. Jeez, I'm dating myself now. 6 or something? I was pretty young when I watched it, though, to be fair. Alright, what else are we going to do here? Let's just keep going on the area and multi-strain. This is ridiculous. Because we don't even have our main attack on right now. I'll show you what it looks like when it's on. I mean, yeah. I don't think anything's getting close to us anytime soon, but I wanted to get our health a bit lower first here. Go more range. Need to find some more goo pot. Agony 5. Are we sure this is Agony 5? We won the other one again. Now the reason, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned earlier, the reason I wanted to do this at a slightly lower torment level is I wanted to show you the AFK nature of how silly this thing can get. Man, nothing's coming on the screen now. What's up with that? If we just sit there still and do this, I don't think anything comes onto the screen. Check this out. Attack speed physical, we got it. Hey, and we do have a magical attack up here, but it doesn't really matter. My. This certainly is interesting, I'll say that. Let's move on, though. Check out all these waves of chaos everywhere. Oh my god. This is great. We did unlock emotes and channel memberships and all that sort of stuff, which I think I mentioned earlier, but I'm still pretty new with all of the you know, perks of actually being monetized on the channel here. So if you guys have any suggestions on what makes for interesting, you know, members content or anything like that, feel free to let me know with a comment down below. I'm totally happy to make some additional content that's interesting. Oh man, I smacked that with my elbow again. I'm totally happy to make any type of different content if you guys are interested in actually becoming a member on the channel. The way I've set it up to begin with is just to have what I've at least theorized is we'll do one exclusive video a week and early access to the regular videos. We're not going to make all the videos, you know, paywalled or anything like that, as I don't think that's I think that's very appealing for a small channel to do that. But I thought maybe having one video a week or something like that shouldn't be too bad for the people who just want to sub and not, you know, not contribute any more than that, which is totally fine with me. I look, to be honest with you, I don't really expect anyone to click join. You know, life brings many challenges. Financial is one of them. And I know a lot of folks out there are not in the, you know, easiest of positions in their current life with crazy inflation and all this other global stuff that's going on, you know what I mean? But wow, we got too real for a second. Check this out. 800. It's gonna go over 1,000 here pretty soon. Oh boy. This is kind of crazy. This is without our main attack too. Let's put the main attack on as well. Ooh, I kind of like how it looks without it on though. You know what I mean? Visually, it's quite nice. We are slowly healing though, so can we find some more puddles to stand in? Or maybe we do. Maybe at this point it doesn't matter because we have so much extra HP. Our HP is going up much faster than our regen, actually. So you know what? It actually just pays us to sit here and look at this. 1,200. Oh no. Is this going to break our game? Ooh. It's a disco. So I have ordered a new GPU, as I mentioned in the last live stream. And we should, probably not this coming weekend, but the weekend after that, I'm going to get my mate to... or at least beg him to get the installation done so I don't have to wait any longer than necessary. But I think it'll make this game lag a bit less in the end game here, which is unfortunate that it really tanks some of the CPUs and GPUs out there. I don't know, but let's turn off the main attack for a while. It's too laggy like that. In fact, 1,800 is... oh boy, this is getting kind of crazy here. Oh man, this one might just break the game too. There are too many calculations trying to go off every second here, I think. I don't think it's trying to... is it trying to display numbers and stuff right here? It's off anyway. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Man, it looks like spiral galaxy or something. Oh, it looks really cool. Oh, I'm totally into my my space science stuff. I don't know if you guys are nerds or anything, but I love watching space documentaries or just like podcasts with some of these like scientists and stuff. I find it to be very, very fascinating, especially if you're in the right, you know, mindset for it, so to speak. I think we've broken the game here. This is quite laggy. Can we run into something to... oh, we got it down again, did we? We must have taken a hit somewhere along the way there. Look at it. It looks like it's disintegrating. It's struggling that much. That's hilarious. Good times, good times. One of the other questions I did ask earlier in the other video that we did is for other games that you guys would be interested in seeing on the channel. Obviously, our focus has been on Death Must Die and Halls of Torment, and I'm totally happy to continue with those games. However, it would be nice to have an additional game that we can sort of bounce between when those two games are maybe not, you know, if they're in between content patches or something like that. I think it'd be fun to have another game we can bounce between. Unfortunately, Death Must Die, the early access nature of it, I've already kind of tapped out all the build potential and all that sort of stuff in Act 2. And we've dominated Darkness 100, which is the maximum difficulty in that game. All of the builds I did were Darkness 100 builds. I never did a build guide for anything lower than Darkness 100 in that game. We have more than 50 of them on the channel, I think, at this point. So if you are a Death Must Die fan, feel free to go check out some of that content. It's on the channel already, but I'm not opposed to doing more Death Must Die videos too. If you guys are super keen for more Death Must Die in the meantime, let me know. The reason I just slowed down on it is because I put something crazy like 500 hours into the early access already, and I felt like I needed a break. Plus, it's in between content patches now. As I mentioned earlier, their previous patch was the main content patch for Act 2 was in April, and we're in November now. So it's been more than 6 months between major content patches. Now, there was the procedural patch and the beta and stuff, which was cool, but you know, this is kind of struggling. We could do story time with Explosive Paddle here. I mean, story time with EP. So, what's a good story? When I was in high school, we went on a ski trip in, I think, year 11 or grade 11, whatever you call it. I would have been, I think, 17. And we bunked, our room had, let's see, at least 6 bunks. So like, oh no, like at least 4 bunks, and there were at least six of us in there. So it was an interesting time. We were all, you know, young and ruckus, you know, chaotic little kids. It ended up being a big fight between two of them. One of them picked up this blue mug and just like threw it at full force at this other guy. Super lucky it didn't smack him right in the face. But there's another 4 or 5 of us in there, and we just are like, we all freeze and we're just all in shock, and we're like, we have no idea what's happened. And so I just slowly got up and walked into the bathroom, closed the door, and I just could not help myself. I just burst out laughing so hard. All the other boys came in and joined me. Oh man, and just like the 2 of them sitting in the other rooms still fuming at each other. Ah man, the ski trip was hilarious, dude. I don't know, that was the most fun we had on any of the school trips, I think. Some of the other ones are interesting, but man, this game lags so much here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end state here. 1 frame every 3 seconds. I think we'll end the video here. Smash like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for tuning in to another one. As I said earlier, we do have the live stream happening tomorrow, so come and say hello. Would love to hear from you. So thanks very much for tuning in to another one. I'll see you later.